It's me, Gilly, and welcome to Camelot, the Kingdom of Darkness, my Minecraft survival let's play, and also the medieval build guide. So besides needing a mansion to put all my first pieces of armor, what this city needs is docks. However, finding references for any type of medieval docks was extremely difficult. I'll put on the screen what I was able to find. So what we're going to do is build a realistic medieval docks mixed with a little bit of fantasy. So we need to sleep first. However, before we get into the construction of the docks, I need to terraform the front of Yorkshire because it's looking a whole mess. And we're going to do that in a time lapse. But before I even do that, I need to go Betty Bye first. Hello everyone, welcome back, and I hope you enjoyed that time lapse. But I have a bit of a secret to proclaim. It's been about 2 weeks since that last clip because I've been very busy at work, and it's been the holidays, so I haven't had time to record, but I've had time to play because I've just been playing on my work computer and using the replay mod because I'm cool like that. Okay, so I know it's a lot of stone, but it'll all work out in the end. I made this gatehouse and I was going to make it huge and epic and all that, but then if you come over here, it actually was going to start to block off these two towers, and I didn't really like that, so I kind of made it a more ruined gatehouse, and I'm still working on it a little bit, but it's coming out pretty cool so far. It also gave me an idea to make, you know, kind of the whole town a little bit ruined here and there. Like maybe the concept is that they just finished a battle with the dragon a couple years ago, and the city is in the stages of being rebuilt. You know, I could put some scaffolding and stuff, make it look like the city is in the late stages of being rebuilt. So it's like almost rebuilt, but not quite there yet. Enough talk about that. Let's get into actually building some docks, which I have to actually look up more references because I want it to be, you know, somewhat accurate to medieval with a little twist of fantasy. So I have to actually work on that. Alright, so I'm going to show you guys some concept art and some pictures of like some old-timey areas around where I live that still have docks to show you guys what I'm actually talking about here. But looking at pictures of medieval concepts for docks, what I've seen a lot of is usually the part that sticks out, like the wooden dock section, is a couple blocks above the water so that the ships can easily just unload cargo. They walk up the docks, and then there's usually like a stone walking area, and that's where buildings are for storage and stuff like that. And they usually have like little cranes and stuff too, like medieval makeshift cranes to help with the unloading. That's what I've seen in the pictures. But what I noticed is that the walking area on top, the paved area, is usually just like straight. So I might make like a straight path right here coming out, and then the docks coming out from the bottom for the ships. And I think that would be pretty accurate for the medieval docks. I'm not sure what to do over here because this is the first ever shipwreck I found and I don't want to get rid of it. But it doesn't really work. I think I might just make this like a ruined docks area. But we'll see on that. So I'm going to collect some materials and then we can get started on building these medieval docks finally. So these are the materials I got for the top area of the docks, and I'm going to have to go mining soon because this is pretty much all I have left in the kingdom. Like, I went through every chest and collected them all. This is all I have left for these materials. So we all know how much I love mining. Woohoo! So I'm going to start with this top paved section, like right here in the middle of the gatehouse, and then just come straight that way. And anything past this way I just have to get rid of, and I'm actually gonna have to, you know, layer this down a little bit, but that's what will be for when my beacon is more powerful. I need more emeralds for that because that is quite a process. Maybe an underwater beacon too. Alright, so don't judge a book by its texture, but the dock wall is already starting to look way better. And that's just with stone and andesite. There's a little bit still to do with that wall, but we can come up here really quick. And as usual with medieval builds, I want it to look very dirty and grimy. And I know like this looks a little cluttered, but trust me, it'll look way better once I start putting buildings up here. And in a lot of the pictures and concept art I've seen, they had usually like brick walkways right at the beginning. So I thought adding a little bit of brick here would be nice, but I needed a way to make it look very dirty and, like I said, grimy. So I added some dirt and some little like bricks missing. I thought that was pretty cool. Again, don't judge me for the very grayiness of this. I promise you this up there is all gonna change. It's not gonna stay cobble. I just use cobble as like a foundation block, I guess. I mean, like it'd be more efficient to use dirt, but I feel like cobble I can see a little bit better of what it's going to look like in the end. So again, don't judge me. Don't judge me. I promise it'll look a lot better. This dock may have to be done in 2 parts, which is very new for me. I have a severe extreme level 10 OCD, so like when I start something I like to finish it, but I feel like YouTube is forcing my hand a little bit on this one because not putting out a video in 2 weeks is not good for YouTube. So we're gonna do this in 2 parts, but today we're going to finish detailing this wall and get some planning set up for the buildings that are going to be up here. And I promise I will upload the video in a couple days. It won't be 2 weeks again. I promise you, it won't be 2 weeks. Also, ow. Alright, so one of the first things we can start with is making a little guardrail so people are safe while they're walking up here. And there's something I want to talk about. So if you see the 4 blocks at the bottom, these here, in medieval builds I like to work with what I call different stages of deterioration. So like if you see here, you have stone brick, which is the cleanest, most polished, and then it starts to degrade. Actually, let's switch these. It starts to degrade over time to the point where it gets to, you know, these lines aren't present anymore. It just becomes like this regular smoothish stone, and then that stone starts to deteriorate even further, and then you can get to the andesite, and then if you want to go even further you can go cobblestone. But for now the rail is going to use these 3, and I think when you use blocks like this that kind of show stages of deterioration, it kind of meshes well. This is a bad example because I'm using all three of them in a row, but you kind of get what I'm saying. So I'm going to get this handrail built up, and then we'll come back so I can show you a little bit what I'm talking about, and it's not just me stumbling over my words trying to say things that don't mean anything because you can't understand what I'm saying. Okay, I'll be right back. You know what's funny? The only thing deteriorating here is me having fluent and articulate speech. But that's besides the point. Okay, now we can see un el daco is starting to form. I decided to toss out the andesite because we don't need it. We only need 3 of the blocks: mossy stone brick stair, and stone. And I think it looks pretty good with that. Just because this is a little cluttered, I didn't want to make this look overly cluttered. But look from this angle, a dock is starting to form. I like it. So now we can do a little bit of lighting. I want to do a little bit of crude medieval lighting. Get the atmosphere really set up over here. Alright, hold off on the lighting because I realized I'm going to have to mine for that, and none of that right now. So let's work on the front of this dock area because it's looking a little bland, a little boring. Let's get this set up. Alright boys, so we have this front end finished, and I don't know if I'm going to keep these top bits because, I don't know, it just looks weird to me, but the rest of it looks pretty cool, and I put my new iron bar texture in there. I really like it actually. It has that very dirty medieval feel. I think it looks pretty cool, and don't worry, I will be showing you guys the texture pack I've been working on very soon. It's coming together slowly but surely. Actually I lied. It's pretty much almost done. I think I did it pretty quick, and it's basically because I've been spending all my time at work making texture packs. But shh, nobody needs to know that. Shh. All right, now we can actually get to making the parts that stick out, that like the ships actually, you know, load the things into. So yeah, I think that's pretty good for this front wall. Okay, I didn't remove them completely, but I just got rid of every other one, and I think it looks way better in my opinion. Plus these iron bars. These iron bars look pretty cool. Alright, so a lot's been done since we last seen each other, and hopefully you guys were able to see it on the time lapse, but replay mod was being a little wonky, so I'm not sure. However, we can take a look and see what's been done, so you can kind of see a little bit of it peeking out over here. So there's still a lot to be done, and before the end of the episode we're going to map out where the buildings over here are going to be, but you come this way and you can go into the docks area. I want it to be very crowded and feeling alive. So I have this crane here, and this is what we'll be taking cargo from ships. There's going to be a couple of small ships here. This area right here is probably going to be for smaller ships, and then on the other side will be for the much larger ships. I haven't really decided yet, but that's what I'm going for. So we have this crane here, and then we walk down. We have a little like storage area slash, maybe I'll make it into like a little fisherman's area where they can sell some fish or something. Maybe a little market. I don't know. And then there's going to be a building like over here. Just haven't decided what that building is going to be yet. So let's take a look at it from over here. So I took a look at a bunch of, you know, reference pictures for medieval docks, and they kind of have these docks that slant sideways along the actual like path area, and then ships kind of pull up over here and then are able to unload. So I tried that idea. On the other side, when I start building that, I'm going to do more traditional like docks that kind of just stick out into the water and the boats can come and pull up at. But that will be for part 2 of this. And let's see if we can take a look at it from above. I need to go get my scaffolding. Alright, so from up here you can take a much better look at what's happening, and you can see down there, it just looks so much more alive and like an actual like medieval docks now. There's gonna be a bunch of housing all along here and all up in this area. Have like a market right there and down there, some housing up here, and then this whole area is gonna be like dockside buildings and stuff like that. And then over here is going to be the areas where the docks jut out for the big ships. This is small ships. This will be big ships. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this. We just have to go get the... Alright, so we're going to be using white concrete powder and green concrete powder to mark out some of these buildings because that's what I have. So I want a kind of bigger building over here. So let's see. So I think like this is pretty good. I kind of wanted it to be like a bigger but weird shape, but still have enough space down here to be able to put stuff and for people to be able to get this way, maybe get through with like a small cart. I could probably make a little small cart over here. Looks like somebody's about to wheel it up or something. So I think there's a pretty good size and shape for this building. Now we can go up to the top side over here and figure out what we're gonna do here. Alright, so these are all the shapes I have for the little dock housing over here. Next episode I'll do more planning for houses that are gonna be over here in this area. And let's go down here real quick so I can talk to you guys about what I'm really planning to do down here. So these houses are, like I've talked about before on the other medieval build guides, they're going to go up a little bit and then have hangovers. So this street is going to feel, well, not really a street, but this like dockside area is going to feel very like crowded and just have a lot of immersion. There's going to be a lot of crates and stuff. It's going to be very busy down here. It's going to look pretty cool. And then it's going to lead down into this area. That'll lead into the docks for the bigger ships. So I think next episode when we come in and do this, it could look pretty cool. But that'll just about do it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, be sure to like and subscribe because it's free 99, so why not? So that's about it. I hope you guys enjoyed and hope you see you on the next one. We'll be building more docks.